Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Astral Luck. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for coming in. I hope you will like the video and subscribe and leave a comment if you're new. And if you're a regular person, definitely leave a comment so that I know that you were here. Just say hello and I'll reply you by loving your comment by clicking on that heart button and uh, so that we have a two-way communication. Thank you so much for being here. Let's start your reading. So what I'm doing today is, as you have read on the thumbnail and the title of the video, messages from your mind, body, and soul. In Vedic astrology, there are three different planets which represent mind, body, and soul. So I made a prayer to these three planets in before starting this video to give their messages for different piles. So I'll do an individual short reading for each pile, one short reading for mind, one short reading for the body, and one short reading for the soul. So before we get started with that, and I'm so sorry, the camera is shaking when I shuffle the pile. So when I stop talking, the top four cards would be identifications for your each pile. So here is pile one, Krishna. Here is pile two, Gaia. And here is pile three, Hope. And here is pile four, El Moria. So I give you a moment to decide which is your pile. But if you want to take a long time, you can, this is the best time to pause this video and decide your pile. I'm going to start the reading with pile one. So your card is Krishna talking about devotion, and somehow my I cannot stop concentrating on this peacock feather on his crown, and it reminds me of Lord Kartikeyan, son of Lord Shiva, because he also is associated with peacocks, uh, pe- and a peacock is also his vehicle in mythology. So somehow I definitely see some kind of association there, which would uh, be coming out very clearly when we talk about your body messages, because I somehow connect all these things very in on a very larger level, connecting all the mythologies and everything that I know, because they speak to me in a form to uh, narrate the story that gets created with the cards that we have. So let's get started with your message for your mind, body, and soul. What I'm also seeing here is that somewhere, if you develop that sense of devotion to a certain entity, devotion devotion can be at different level. It could be to a human being also. To it could be to a certain angelic being. It could be to anyone. Uh, what this card is telling that on a generic level, I'm not getting to mind, body, and soul messages right now. What I'm just trying to tell you here is that try to connect with a being through devotion, which is on a higher level than you, which means it could be an angel, it could be a deity, like Krishna, or anything which is on a very higher level than you, which can guide you, which can see your future, which can see your past life, which can see your present, which can see everything as a bigger picture and guide you and help you to navigate. So develop that devotion, and that devotion can be created through multiple ways. It could be easily done through just chanting the name of uh, a deity if you are into deity worshipping, or if you are into angels, then just calling out that angel with the request that show me my path, show me my way forward every day. And it could be each day, it can be a different thing altogether. So the whole idea is to connect with the higher being with some connection. So I'm shuffling the cards with an intention to show you what is your mind, body, and soul telling. So these oracle cards. So first four piles. First, I think this would be the right order. First three piles would be the oracle cards. One or two cards from each pile would talk about a direction for mind, body, and soul. And then these are the Kipper cards, which might uh, give you a guidance on what is happening. And then I'll use one set of tarot cards for mind, one set of tarot cards for your body, and one set of tarot cards for your soul. And this one was for soul, and you already have a message from the soul. This card just wanted to come out, which is Ace of Wands. So I'm keeping this here, and I'm going to talk about it when we get into that aspect. But talking about your mind, we have Gabriel Grace. If you are into angels, Gabriel could be an angel for you to connect with, to take care of your mind. Then we have Sun and Taurus acquisition, and we have creation. This is for your mind. And then we have distant horizon, bad health, and occupation. And from tarot, we have the chariot, seven of swords, and king of cups. So putting it all together, what your mind is trying to convey. First of all, the mind is trying to say that be graceful, because with your mind, you can create a lot of things. You don't need to acquire a lot of things. Uh, a simple example that you don't need to have the costliest smartphone to make a video like this. You can have a decent smartphone and you can still create a good quality video like this. Which so the bottom line here is that if you are trying to create something, because we have the distant horizon card here, uh, which is telling me that you want to move forward and achieve a big ambition. But to achieve that ambition, uh, especially in your workplace, you are trying to acquire a lot of resources which you will not use, which you don't require. You require simple things. You require very simple things. Your mind uh, is telling you that you really don't require a lot of things. So get out of that mindset that to create bigger things, you require big things in your life. You can create bigger things with the smallest of the effort, with the smallest of the resources that you have at your disposal. Start with that, and the bigger things will follow you. If a lot of people don't even take the first step and they expect that everything should be there on their disposal. If you take the first step, slowly the universe will start bringing all the resources. So your mind is telling that, especially in your workplace, because the bad health card is denoting that it's only giving you stress for waiting for the resources. It's only giving you stress, and that will lead to bad health later. Stress leads to bad health. You can totally avoid that by taking that first step to create something in your life. So Chariot is already telling you that keep moving forward. Don't worry about the people who will create blockages or of any other kind of blockages, because your mind is perceiving that there are a lot of people who will create blockages for you. That might be true, that might not be true. Don't get into that debate right now. Take the first step, because what the final outcome is saying that you would be in a situation like King of Cups, a highly satisfied person who knows that it was only the first step that mattered, and only that push was important. Everything other important things were taken care by the universe because I had devotion. Now I understand this card to a large extent why this card came out for you. Devotion is very important, and faith is very important to go out and take that first step. So, that was your message from the mind. Now, let's see what's the message from the body. You have liberation, Jophiel. You have impulsiveness. Okay, these are so interrelated cards. And then we have silver goddess insight. Now we have lovers, poverty, and courtship. This might get into a bit of sexual aspect also of the body, but let's see what the tarot has to say. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Sun. So, what I'm seeing here is that the the silver card here with the goddess here is saying that you need to be a little more grounded. Your emotions are quite high to get into a certain kind of physical aspect. Could be sexual because of the courtship and the lover card, but it cannot be true for everyone as this is a general reading. So, uh, I leave it for you to interpret to a large extent. But the use of body, there's an urge to use your body. It could be an urge to go out and walk for 10 kilometers every day. It could be an urge that you have to go and uh, work out in the gym for 1 hour every day. There could be an urge to use your body in a particular way, which could be detrimental for you in long run. This poverty card is saying that it would create complications, slow down, and in terms of use of body. Don't do it impulsively, anything that just because somebody said that you look overweight, now you just run 10 kilometers every day, not realizing that it's that person's perception that you are overweight or you are unhealthy. You might be feeling perfectly fine within your own self, with your body. That is more important. Liberate yourself about what your body looks like and what others perceive. Similarly, you might be very impulsive in a relationship to get overly active sexually, just thinking that if you don't do a, a certain kind of activity immediately right now, then this relationship may not work for you. No, don't fall for that pressure, because what the tarot card here is telling that you are safe, you are in a very good space right now. Just don't do anything out of character that your body would not associate with. That will keep you in a different league altogether, and you would destroy a lot of things which are being done for you by the universe. Your Just don't get into any kind of physical activity just on a uh, drop of a hat because somebody told you to do that. Don't do that. Your body is great. The way you usually conduct your body, your individual body space, also sometimes a kind of physical intimacy also violates your body space. And if you feel uncomfortable getting intimate with someone right now, totally avoid it. Use your intuition. The sun card here is saying that whatever you really want to do, if you just want to pull back from an intimate relationship or pull back from doing something which is very aggressive in terms of uh, your body limits, just pull out. You are in a very safe space. You'll have more opportunities to take care of it in a different way. If somebody's body shaming you and you just want to do something radical on your body, uh, I don't know, plastic surgery is one extreme. I don't mean that you want to do that. Don't do that. Don't do anything impulsively, because you will have to deal with, if even if it's a real problem, you will have to deal with it in a very different way, in a more friendly way than a more unfriendly way that you are thinking about right now. Right now, you whatever you are trying to do is not the best thing for you. So just let it go. The Queen of Pentacles here is telling that you, anyhow, the way you look, the way you handle your body uh, on a larger level is quite good. You definitely don't have to change that. Moving on to your soul. Soul is the most important thing. Let's see, what do we have here? We have serenity. I need to make more space. So your Krishna card is here, and this card was important because this actually jumped out for soul. And then we have devotion. See, two devotion cards. You have Saturn and Libra talking about devotion, and you have the devotion of Krishna. It can be warning bells, it can be uh, something more than a warning. Then we have Moonstone, which is mystery and intuition. So your mind spoke about having faith in your own creation and not to wait for resources or possess more resources and keep on adding clutter in your space. Your soul is telling that you need to have faith. You need to have faith on your intuition. Your soul already knows, and you need to believe that there is a certain kind of mystery which is running behind the scenes that you don't have to know right now. Main male, judication. No, sorry for shaking the camera. Judication and high honor. So there is important male person somewhere who is trying very hard behind the scene to give you everything that you deserve. It, this man could be a physical being in your workspace, in your home, in your locality where you live, or it could be because it's at the soul level. There's this, if this person is physically uh, there in your life, and then there is a soul level connection. You have Ace of Wands here, and you also had Ace of Wands in your body section reading. So somewhere these are little connected. I'm trying to put it here, overlapping your body and soul. Then we have Six of Earth or Six of Pentacles, the Moon card, and also we have the Three of Swords, Three of Air. It's again reminding me of this warning because most of you are females here, and you, if and especially in love relationship, if you're courting a someone, uh, it and you're forcing your body in a certain direction which you are not prepared for right now because there's too much passion. Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, too much passion somewhere, which is the soul is reminding that please don't fall for too much of passion because it will create confusion, it will create heartbreak. Moon is the card of eternal confusion sometimes. And in this context, it is because uh, balance is required. See, Saturn in Libra is also balance. Uh, Libra is symbol for balance, and that is getting uh, revalidated with this card here, Six of Earth. That there should be an equal give and take in this relationship. The moment you recognize that the other person, especially if it's a man, is equally giving in this relationship, only then think about all those passionate things. Till then, you need to calm down. You need to leave things on the other side. Otherwise, it will create confusion and it will end up in some kind of heartbreak. So the your soul is telling that have faith that whatever the mystery is between this man uh, will get resolved and you would get whatever you want. Uh, Again, they're telling me that not everyone is in that love, passionate relationship. Uh, it, for some of you, it is at workspace because you, in your mind, reading, it showed occupation. So it is related to work for most of you, but yeah, for some of you, it is love, and some of you, it is even more narrow love in workspace, where your mind, body, and soul is telling that. In whichever situation there's too much passion and there's a man involved, uh, let that man equally contribute back in this situation to get the outcome that you always deserved. Work very hard, but keep the passion to yourself. Don't push that passion to the other person, because the other person will take his time, and I'm very specific, his time, not her time, because we have the main male here. The other person will take his time to come back and contribute in this whole thing, and you need to have devotion and faith that you will get the desired outcome very soon, but don't push it. So this is a good point to end this reading. I hope this was useful for you. Do give me your comments below. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye and namaste. Hello everyone, pile 2. If you have chosen this card of Gaia, this is your reading. First of all, what I'm seeing here is that you have a lot of resources in your hand. It's totally opposite to what I was seeing in pile 1. You both are not connected. I'm not asking you to go and watch pile 1. I'm just fascinated to see opposites. uh, and if you were attracted to both, then it's little weird, but then these are talking about two different aspects of your life. That's what I would say, because I know there are few people who like to watch all the piles, and that is always covering different aspects. That's their feedback. And I also sometimes watch different piles. If I'm watching some other tarot card readers reading, I usually, if I get attracted, I watch different piles, and I uh, find that they are directly speaking to me about different aspects of my life. Each pile is a very different thing, talking about a very different aspect of my life. Anyhow, coming back to your reading, uh, pile 2, what I'm seeing here is that you have a lot of resources in your hand, and now we have to see that how your mind, body, and soul wants to use these resources at your disposal. I'll keep this card here because of the observation that I had with different the previous pile, that might be a good idea to keep it there for better utilization of the space. So, three mini readings about mind, body, and soul. You already have these two cards coming out, and the first card is High Council and Evaluation, Information, and Potential, and Violet, Spirituality, Wisdom, and Humility. So I'm trying to connect these two cards with the card of Gaia, because I have not associated this particular oracle with mind, body, or soul. So I think that this is also talking at a very higher level message before getting into mind, body, and soul, talking about the resources. You also have a lot of information about resources that you don't already have in your hand, but they will come to you very soon. You already have a lot of resources, that's for sure, but you are going to get more resources in your hand, and these resources are typically the kind of resources which are spiritual in nature, and uh, what you have is more materialistic resources in your hand. Now what you are getting is more of spiritual resources, and spiritual resources require little different kind of wisdom to manage them. That's what I'm seeing here. Like uh, the universe will prepare you to handle these resources in a different way with mind, body, and soul. What they're saying, telling me here is that sometimes there is a certain kind of correction which is required in human beings to handle resources in different ways. So that's what I'm seeing here is that the best example that I can give you is to explain this further. Uh, Last year, I started to taking a certain kind of medication, and my body immediately started reacting in a different way that I had nausea and other kind of feeling that somehow the and I used to like it took 3 to 5 days for me to get used to that medication, and it started working in a different way because it was a ayurvedic medicine. uh, I knew that it's cleansing the system from inside, and that's why I'm uh, having all those symptoms. And I used to uh, constantly throw up after having my meals, but I just went on with that 3 or 4 days of painful process. And after that, I got used to that medication, and it helped me to recover from the thing that I was trying to recover, and it helped me very well. Uh, so what they are telling is that something similar will happen to you at all the three levels for you to able to manage those spiritual resources coming in your hand now, because you will have to change few things. You will have to let go of few toxic things in your life, in your mind, body, and soul, to create space for your spiritual growth, spiritual wealth that is coming in your life. Let's put it in this way. Moving on to shuffling the rest of the piles. So I have decided that this tarot card would be used only for reading your mind, and this tarot card would be only for your body. Again, another card for your body has come up, and then this is only for your soul. Sorry if the camera is shaking a lot, but I somehow am trying too hard not to. Okay, I'll keep it here. I'll read it when we deal with your body. No, they are saying that deal with it now. In the moment I said that I'll deal with it later, when we come to that stage, I was like feeling this irritation in my throat that no, don't leave it for later. So, what this card here is telling that I think on a physical level, you're waiting for some kind of thing to happen for you, and you are longing for something, for some kind of physical experience, and it could be any kind of physical experience because this is a general reading. So I leave that interpretation only for you, because you would be the best person. What do you want to experience physically? You want to experience uh, ride or in some kind of uh, the example that I'm getting in my mind is like some kind of in the Disneyland, some kind of crazy ride where they take you up and down and up and down to in different directions. But it's a crazy example, just to let you know that this could be any kind of physical uh, thing that you might be craving for right now. And what the cards are telling is that uh, this craving is coming to you just because they are trying to create a mindset in your life, or for you to prepare to handle that spiritual gift that is coming in your life. So, whatever physical craving that you are having is just to push you to create a mindset for the spiritual gift. So, now I should move on to your mind and see what is happening at your mind level. I would need space. Let it be like this. These cards can go here out of the frame. So, the very first card for your mind is cleansing. Didn't I tell you that you have to cleanse something? So, that's where the intuition comes in. Always, uh, I don't know, makes me feel some kind of weird thing. Devotion. Now it's being getting too connected with the pile one. Till before that, I was like, okay, pile one is not connected. But if you had some kind of inclination, go ahead and watch pile one, because this itself is going to be too intense for you. So I leave it for your judgment. Then we have dandelion, vitality, empowerment, and persiveness. So, first of all, to soothe your mind, if you want to use a certain kind of calming herb, which could be ashwagandha, is one of the herbs which can calm your mind. There are some kind of herbal tea which uh, you might already be using to calm your mind. And what they are saying is that continue to do that. Continue to cleanse your mind with some kind of herb. If you are not doing that, use any herb which you feel comfortable, which is easily accessible for you to calm your mind. It could start with the herbal tea if you are not into all of this. Just look for herbal tea in your supermarket or nearby shops, which is associated with calming your mind, because calming your mind will help you to cleanse your thoughts and develop a certain kind of devotion towards the spiritual gifts that are about to enter your life. Then we have poverty, we have mature man, and then we have high honors. What I'm seeing here is that this poverty card is talking about your spiritual nature, where till now in your journey of life, you're on a spiritual level, you have been little weak to whatever level you are right now. Maybe a lot of people would consider that spiritually you are quite superior. You yourself might feel that you are quite superior, but in the vision of the universe, uh, you have more capability. Wherever you are on your spiritual level, you are supposed to go higher than that, and you would find a spiritual master, someone who has achieved a higher level of spirituality than you, and would come, and his way or his or her way of uh, I think it would be it, because of mature man, because this particular system of cards also have a mature woman. If it would have been a she, I'm sure that card would have shown up. So what I see that this person way of pushing you would be to tell you how bad you are in spirituality. uh, would directly play with your mind to push your buttons to try to get into a higher level of understanding of mine. And this person will come very soon, not uh, immediately. This person might show up in 5 months. That's what they are telling. Uh, and this person would definitely be uh, entering your life when life is tough on you. Uh, or this person will play with your mind and will make life tough for you. But nevertheless, don't feel uh, overwhelmed with this person, because what I'm seeing here is that herbal tea or any kind of herb which you are already using to calm your mind or cleanse your thoughts, but it should be herbal. It should be not a drug. It should be herbal, which doesn't have side effects, which can be used on a regular basis. Be- That's what I'm seeing. So, herbal tea is the best thing. If you are not into any of these things, go and start using herbal tea. Uh, I can tell you a simple herbal tea. You don't even have to use the actual tea which has caffeine. Just boil some cloves, uh, not too many. Just I what I would suggest is that take 10 cloves, 10 cardamom, and a piece of dry ginger. You usually get dry ginger powder, a spoon of that, and powder it, all of it, these three things, and use very small amount of that and boil it in the water, and also fennel seeds, four things. Uh, a spoon of each, one spoon of cardamom or cardamom powder, one spoon of dry ginger or dry ginger powder, one spoon of cloves or clove powder. Mix it well, and then just uh, less than one fourth of that spoon in a mug of boiling water. Just add that and drink that. That is your herbal tea, and that will help you to calm your mind. Especially cardamom and fennel are very good at that, if you ask me. And then clove and ginger would help you to heal the system, your body system itself, which impacts your mind. So, what coming back to this card, I don't know why I was rushing into the body. We'll definitely get into the body, but in your mind, what I'm seeing here is that Nine of Pentacles, this person method, and Ace of Pentacles, this person's method would be tough to push you into that spiritual plane, but then it will be a long term initiation that you, and lot of benefits, tangible and intangible benefits, because this is the earth side, which represents the Gaia that we already have. What I'm seeing here is that Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles will bring you, the spiritual initiation will bring you a lot of wealth, lot of tangible benefits, but also a lot of intangible benefits on a spiritual level, which you would only realize at a later stage in your life. But nevertheless, you will have a lot of physical benefits in a way of tangible wealth that you can create for yourself now. Then on the body, we have benediction, order, moon in Scorpio. Sorry, moon in Virgo, not in Scorpio. And then we have yellow, flexibility, adaptability, and personal power. Then I also want to open up the other cards: courthouse, judication, and coffin. And then we have Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles. On a physical level, something is coming to an end in your body. If you had some kind of health issue, you will find someone to help you. You coming back to this card, what I'm seeing here is that you are waiting for that some physical thing, and something would get cleansed in your life in a very uh, referring to the example that I said, that I used to throw up a lot because of that medication, and it took a while for me to get adjusted, 3 to 5 days, and then slowly everything was fine, and I had great benefits because of that herbal medicine that I used, which was quite strong. Uh, so anyhow, so you would have a similar kind of body experience which will change lot of things in you, and all that problem that you had, physical body problem, uh, would change. Again, moon in Virgo is the sign of herbs and using of herbs. So I definitely see that you some for some reason you would be able to adapt to a new kind of treatment for your body, and you will end all those. Ending is coming very strongly. Ten of Swords, end of pain and coffin, end of something. A painful, and the courthouse adjudication on your body is almost like a torture here, some kind of health torture because of the kind of food that is being served to you or something like that. I definitely don't see courtroom or something like that. Uh, Maybe one of the rare cases who someone who is into a courtroom scene because of some kind of body issue where you have filed a case, definitely you are going to win that. That's what I'm seeing here, because I'm seeing Eight of Pentacles. You're working hard to get some kind of money, and then there's a lot of money coming here uh, uh, from your mind. Some kind of uh, mind power is getting used, and 5 months, all these body issues that you have are getting resolved permanently, and you are not uh, getting into that emotional trap, because whatever that body issues were created, health issues were created, were there because of some kind of emotional trap that you have fallen for unknowingly, because the society has made uh, such kind of system somewhere where we all get emotional about wrong things and suffer a lot about unnecessary things in our life. Now, moving on to your soul, the most important aspect, abundance. Again, there is abundance here. These two cards in this combination actually talks about a lot of abundance. uh, Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles together next to each other. And then we have the card of abundance here. Let's see, what do we have here? We have loss. Saturn in Pisces, which is totally opposite. On a soul level, the soul is planning to teach you a certain kind of lesson. And now we have two cards here, gardening and waning moon, manifesting, planting, and reaping, introspection, and self inventory. Okay, I get the point now, what the soul is trying to tell you here. And I'll get into it in a moment. However, I plan the placement of these cards they have to bring in more cards to change every kind of planning. Then you have main female. Okay, you had a mature man, but now you have a main female thoughts and concern. Uh, the main female, because this is a soul level reading, I'm not talking about, or I don't see that this is about talking about a physical woman in your life, a female in your life. It's talking about some kind of goddess. If you are into goddess worshipping, uh, your thoughts about that goddess is matter of concern, because what they're saying is that the goddess is quite capable of giving you all the abundance that you want in life, but are you completely devoted to her? That's one question, because she constantly gives you a blend of gains, abundance, and also she gives you losses. And if you are not into goddess worshipping, it might be a good time for you to think if you want to get into goddess worshipping, because it will benefit you. That's what I'm seeing here. And you definitely should get into goddess worshipping, because it will help you to cleanse your thoughts and start that with devotion. And I'm not going to recommend you any goddess, because that is your path and you need to find it out on your own under the guidance of a certain guru if you can find one. But sometimes goddess speaks to people on her own, and you would, if you are meant to start a goddess worshipping, the particular goddess would speak to you. She would come to you in some or other way, and you can start just talking to her in your mind, and she would speak to you. She would tell you the way she wants you to worship her also. So just start developing thoughts, positive thoughts that the goddess is trying to communicate to you, or you are trying to communicate to her, and she is responding to you. And all your concerns in life about losses would be taken care. And this, the waning moon is telling that you need to take an inventory on your life about different times when life has just through miracles supported you. A lot of miracles would have, unexplained incident would have happened in your life, and you were like, okay, I never planned this, and this happened, and somehow it was, most of the time it was bringing abundance, and sometimes it has also brought to loss to you. You need to take an inventory of both of these: unplanned abundance, unplanned loss, to understand how the goddess, or if I say in Sanskrit, the Devi, is playing a role in your life. She's bringing losses for long term gains, because sometimes few things which might be a short term abundance could be a big pain in your neck, and could create a lot of losses, bigger losses in long term, rather than just having a loss now and having a bigger gain in long term. So you need to take an inventory of that. And because you have a lot of confusion about a lot of soul level aspects right now, and channeling uh, it to through a goddess would actually help you to overcome that confusion. Five of Wands, you have been fighting with your own self for a very long time, that will end. That fight with your own self would end uh, the moment you start channeling your thoughts through a goddess energy, and then you would start seeing celebration in your life. The final card that you have is Four of Wands. It's a very heavy reading for you. I hope, and a very lengthy one, almost half an hour. Yeah, 29 minutes, 22 seconds right now. I think if you have survived this, you have a lot of introspection at soul level, and you need to uh, pray to a certain goddess who would definitely communicate to you at the right time, at the right moment. I'll leave it here for you to digest this reading, and do let me know how it worked out for you. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye and namaste. And please leave your comments. I know that you cannot leave an immediate message on this reading, but come back whenever you are prepared, ready. Just leave a comment, and I'll be very happy to read your comment and try to respond to it, because I know even for me to respond to your comment would be a little tough, because this is very spiritual, and I'll try my level best to respond to it. See you soon. Bye bye. Namaste. Hello, everyone. If you have chosen the card of hope, this is your reading, pile 3. So, what I'm seeing here is that you are quite focused on something right in front of you. While you are focused on things, you also know what are the energies that you already have and how you can use that energy for manifestation. And also, you know that there is a very healthy balance that you'll have to maintain between uh, positive and negative aspects, because uh, I'm for better lack of better words, I'm using positive and negative, but I'm trying to say you have to use both the extremes within your environment. Uh, there's nothing good, there's nothing bad in your environment, but there are extremes. Few things make you comfortable, few extremes, and few extremes make you uncomfortable. And what the cards are telling is that you might have to use both to fulfill your goal, and you are quite focused towards that, which is great. So this is your reading for pile 3, that the initial card has just said. With that intention, and now I'm moving on to see what does your mind, body, and soul says. So I'm shuffling all the cards in front of me. There. Okay, this particular deck says that you need to shuffle more. So we have now shuffled more, and so the idea is to pick one oracle card for each mind, body, and soul, and a few kipper cards. And then what I have thought is that I'll use this particular tarot card for the mind, and this one for your body, and this one for the soul. So the last card for the soul is like, yeah, five of fire was like, I already want to come out, and it I'm just keeping it aside for now, but I would incorporate this when we come to the soul reading. So let's start with your mind. On your mind, you have romance card. Uh, because it's a general reading, I'm not taking it literally, but you might take it literally if you are considering romance as a major aspect of your life right now, that you want to consider, at least in your mind, you are considering right now. But for all others, what I'm seeing here is that you are focusing on building relationship, one to one relationship in different aspects of your life. At least in your mind, you are thinking that, and see what's the next card. And this particular set of cards were like, we want to get shuffled more because this card wanted to come on the reading. So it is like Jupiter in Pisces, which is talking about seduction. So I'm getting a little more inclined towards taking romance literally if it's that in your mind, but and then seduction is well explanatory along with the romance. But if it's not romance, and if you are trying to build one-to-one relationship with a particular someone in your life, whether it is professional, whether it's friendship, whether it is anything else other than romance, then what I'm seeing here is that you in your mind are trying to see how much manipulation is required to develop this one to one relationship, because you are convinced that you have to get into manipulation. And the key to that manipulation, whether it is seduction in romance or manipulation one to one relationship, what I'm seeing here is that you will have to uh, revive the relationship with that person with an emotional connect. You have to get back to basics of emotional bonding that you all that initially connected this person with you based on emotions, because somewhere the emotions was lost because of you neglecting this person in the past. If this is a past relationship that you are reviving, but if it is a brand new relationship, then I would say that emotions is the key word for you. So think in your mind what kind of relationship emotions would work with this person, and go out and then implement that. And we'll get to possibly know more about that in your body. But in your mind, you are definitely focusing on some kind of relationship right now. And that is something that you really want to get it, and the cards are telling that if you want, focus on the emotion side, don't focus on being very practical. So then we have, I'm not kidding, it's the lovers card. So I don't know what to say about what's happening in your mind. I'm more and more getting inclined towards love, romance, and everything, but it's a general reading. So you tell me what is happening. Leave a comment below. Then you have community and occupation. So more likely some kind of love relationship, some kind of one-to-one relationship with a particular. Excuse me, sorry. Uh, I don't know what does a sneeze would interpret in your cultural context, but in my cultural context, it is always a warning. If it is a one, it's just one sneeze, then it is a warning. But if there is back to back two sneezes, it's a omen. I don't know. That's what a lot of people say. I definitely don't prescribe to it, but I don't know, because I had that itchy nose and then I got a sneeze. I would say that in your workspace, you want to develop this relationship, but the community around you, the group or the team or the member of people around you, or whatever the relationship is, the people around you are not convinced that this relationship should exist. Be careful of the other people. Between you and this person, whoever that person is, things might be very cordial, but there are a lot of uncomfortable, jealous people around both of you. and I'm not talking about the other person, that the other person would just jump to form that relationship with you in whatever capacity you are looking at. I'm not even saying that. It's all going on your mind, and the community or the people around you is not very happy is also a perception in your mind. Maybe you need to double check that. That's what the cards are telling. And then we have the moon card here with the page of pentacles, and we have five of rods. You have a fear that if you explore this relationship and invest something, some kind of resource, because it is related to a workplace, most of you, not maybe 10% it is outside your workspace, but most of you it is in your workspace. You might be like doing some kind of favor or passing on resources to this person or helping this person in a way that this person gets that kind of emotional touch that okay, you care for this person, would raise eyebrows. That's what you perceive. May not be true. You have to go through the process to have a reality check. That's what the cards are telling. But just to go ahead with this, and uh, are the people really against of this in your environment? That's what I want to ask. And there's so many cards falling out, but this was falling out very separately, and there were so many together. So this is one cue that I'm taking, the chariot card, which I'm saying that I'm seeing basically the people around you will not raise eyebrows if you have justified reasons for doing what you are doing. But if you don't justify, don't explain, then they might raise eyebrows. So there is a way that you can justify, but I'm going to do a very quick yes or no whether these people really don't want you to get into this, whatever the kind of relationship that you are trying to create, because relationship is a very strong theme in your mind cards. So for yes, you have page of rods, the emperor, and the king of rods. And for no, you have knight of rods, the hermit, and the seven of rods. I would say it is no, that they really don't care. As long as you justify, they would definitely not worry about it. That's what I'm feeling here. So just wanted to put the cards randomly so that it's ready for the next reading. So, okay, I don't know why I picked up. They want to go in the reverse direction for your body. Something you are going to achieve, something which would be victorious for your life. But see, six of wands followed by immediately seven of wands, and this is a well shuffled set of cards, and two cards coming consequently. You, in your physical life, maybe if it's extending from your mind about this relationship, in your mind, maybe you have thought through this multiple times that whatever you want to achieve will be achieved very easily, but there is resistance in the physical reality. Maybe the other person doesn't trust you if it is the same context of your mind, but if it is very independently just talking about your body, then there is a certain kind of hardship that might come in your life, and you might feel that people really don't want to connect with you anymore, and they want to leave you alone in the physical reality, because body is sometimes it's physical body, but sometimes it's the physical reality. But right now, but if it is the physical body and if it's the health aspect, I would definitely recommend you to take all precautions if you have a existing medical condition. But if it is just the physical reality, what we are talking about, you might feel little lonely in terms of uh, your body right now. So sometimes you might just want to give a hug to someone, or just hold hands with someone, or just to be with someone. You might feel that you are missing those things in your life. Then we have journey, wealthy man, and we have gift. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know why they asked me to read from reverse, because I went here from there rather than going here. I went on this direction because uh, what I'm seeing here is that you are seeing that some person in your life is going on a journey, and this person might get a lot of gifts during the journey, and you are left alone. What I'm seeing here is that either you are the wealthy man, uh, most of you are females out there, I know, but so either it is the masculine side of you who is quite strong, but I don't see that this is you. Wealthy man would be typically a wealthy man, uh, masculine figure, because this set of cards also has a wealthy woman. If it was representing you, that card would have come out. I definitely see that this is a man somewhere in the environment who is just walking out of this equation right now. And whatever gifts that you want to offer this person says that I have more than what you can offer, and I'm not interested. That's in the physical reality, that is what is happening uh, in this. I see it is a very big extension of your mind. That is what is happening in the physical reality for you, and I'm seeing it that this person is little reluctant that I had enough of what we shared, and I want to explore different things, because the way we have shared things in the past, I've lost that emotional bonding with you. That's what this person is saying. Then we have joy, we have detachment, and we have waning moon, introspection, and self inventory. Okay, here is a cue for you. This person has found joy independent of you in their physical reality, and this person has found love and affection within themselves. They have started self love because of you, because they wanted a lot of love and affection from you in whichever capacity your relationship was, but somehow that did not happen. Maybe you did not try enough, or maybe you got busy with something, or maybe you were disinterested, or maybe you thought that this was a bad idea in the past, but now you want to really want to develop that relationship. This person has adjusted to your uh, recent past and developed their own mechanism, and they have found joy in that, so they are totally detached with you, and they really don't expect much from you, but you possibly can go on introspection and self inventory. What did you do in the past to get into this situation? That is what you have to do in your physical reality, and try to correct it. That's where the emotions will get ignited in this person. That's what I'm seeing here. On a soul level, we have this five of wands coming out, which is like uh, it's saying that at soul level, you might have a different goal altogether, which might be independent of this person. That's what you feel, or that's what is the reality. We'll get to know when we see more cards. But at a soul level, you feel that I definitely want this person, but then I also have something else to take care of. And these two are so competing ideas in the physical world that I don't know what to do. That's what I'm seeing here, that you are a bit confused. But let's get some oracle cards. You have love. Okay. Somehow the love theme is not leaving your reading, which is good in a way, but it is also bringing out all the issues at different physical levels, like in your mind, your immediate reality, physical reality, and what is happening at the soul level. Saturn in Gemini, which is concentration. What I'm seeing here is that on a soul level, and it's very difficult to explain what is soul level communication between one person and the other person. You have built a lot of barriers around yourself. You have not communicated to this person that you actually care for this person or love this person, or you have real feelings for this person, emotional feelings in uh, some capacity, and you would want to spend a lot of time, and you always were scared in your mind about the community around you, how they act or react, and there are few jealous people in the community, but and you know that, and you were really scared, but then they really don't care after a point, because they cannot influence you, they cannot influence the person in whom you are interested, but then it's your understanding of fear at soul level was so strong that you never communicated, you always created that barrier, you never tried to do anything. But what I'm seeing here is that in the next new moon, which would be near to Christmas, I suppose. Check the Google. I don't quote me here, but in the next new moon, you would have an idea how you can connect again at soul level with this person, and this person will definitely uh, feel connected with you. That's what you feel. You would feel during that new moon, and you might try some kind of writing an open letter to the universe to help you to connect with this person and ignite some emotions in this person. You might try that. Okay, again, I went here rather than going here. So we'll get back there after finishing this bit of tarot. We have Seven of Earth, which is like you will, during new moon, you have to plant a new seed by writing this open letter to the universe to create a situation where you can create an emotional bonding with this person. You don't have to create the situation on your own, but you have to write an open request to the universe to create it for you, because if you start manipulating things, you might end up manipulating things the way you did in the past. And then, because when we individually start manipulating things, what we do is that we always put ourselves on the first place, and we ignore the other person's emotions or thoughts. And then the other person is always uh, getting distant from you, and if the other person is strong enough, they would immediately detach with you and find their own joy. Or if the other person is not very strong enough, the other person will get into depression, and either ways you are losing that person, right? So try to create an open letter and plant a seed through the universe, and make a request to the universe that please create a situation where we can bond emotionally once again. And then you have Eight of Swords. All the universe will open up and tell you how you have self sabotage, self restricted this relationship in the past, and it will through those opening up those lessons, you would now be able to find an answer why you were competing with your own self. This five of wands is telling that you were just competing with your own self because of the fear that you had about the people around you, about the community around you, and that was really the wrong thing that you did. And then it's the Knight of Air, which is like once you have understood your mistake, you would chase this person with a lot of confidence to build up that emotional bonding. That is wonderful. So I see that once the new moon happens, on the day of new moon, if you do this open letter, take a blank sheet and write an open letter to the universe. This is what I want to do. Show me the path and show me the mistakes that I've done in the past so that I can rectify and I can chase after this person to rebuild this relationship. Maybe one more card wants to come out. Three of Waters, Three of Cups. You will celebrate your future with this person. Wonderful. Let's see what the Kipper cards have to say. Main female, that's you. You are currently looking out for your loneliness. Poverty is your loneliness right now. That's what the person doesn't want your gifts and wants to just run away from you, which is a kind of poverty that you have in your life. And you are looking at your poverty and you are sudden wealth. You are suddenly changing your poverty into wealth because of planting a new seed on the new moon. Wonderful. So that was is going on mind, body, and soul. So all this is soul level work that you have to do on the new moon, the next coming new moon. I think it is somewhere around 22nd of December, but I don't remember. I'm assuming that the new moon was on 23rd of November, so it should be somewhere between 20 to 25 December, but check Google. I don't remember it. I definitely don't have any idea about that as of now, and I don't want to pause the video to look out for that because this is easily accessible information on internet, so you would find it on your own. So I'm leaving you with this thought. I hope this is useful for you. Do leave a comment below if this resonates with you. How much of this is a relationship thing? I really want to know. I'm curious. I don't expect you to talk about your relationship in public, but if you can, please do that. But just leave a message. Yes, it is about relationship. I'll be happy. But if you want to share little more than that in public, leave a comment below. If not, send me an email through my website through the contact us page, and I'll be happy to read that and I'll reply to you. Anyhow, whatever it is, do let me know whether it is relationship or not because I'm very curious. Thank you so much. Bye bye and namaste. Hello everyone. If you have chosen pile 4, this is the card that you have picked up, Almora. Uh, what I see here is that there is a lot of divine thought process that you are tapping into right now, and you are trying to find your personal context in the divinity. Where are you? Because we all are part of divinity, but we belong at certain level of divinity based on our past karmas and our inclinations that we bring back from different life that we have existed, and what we inherit from this uh, set of parents that we have got in this lifetime. So all that divinity, combined divinity, you are trying to see where do you belong right now. Just little out from your usual societal identity. You are looking more deep inside your own self, that I'm seeing here. So, with this understanding, I'm shuffling all the cards in front of me to understand what is happening at the mind level, body level, and at the soul level in your life. So, okay, these two cards just said that we want to come out. So, what I just understand from these two cards just showing up here at this stage is, again, there are a lot of mess. This is going to be a long reading for you, and for other piles also. This was like a very long reading, but for you, I see. So what I've done is that I've pre-decided that this set of tarot is for your mind, and the next one is for your body, and the next one is for your soul. So let's see what these cards have to say, and then we'll get into individually mind, body, and soul. But this is an overall message in conjunction to what I just said with the Almora card. You have Sun and Leo fortune, and then you have again Sun and Cancer resourcefulness. I'll get to this. This is like I spoke about the source, and sun is the primary source of energy for our solar system. And you are finding your space or your connection, and that's what uh, is getting reflected with these two cards here. But we also have unicorn, innocence, trust, honesty. We have angels, support, and guidance. And then we have past over loved ones, comfort, forgiveness, and support. Okay. What I'm immediately understanding with this card and Sun and Leo, if you know anything about Vedic astrology, in the sign of Leo, we have the nakshatra which is ruled by ancestors, which is Magha nakshatra. If you and you don't have to know about this, but I'm just correlating this card with this card, which is telling me that first of all you are getting to Magha nakshatra is a nakshatra which talks about kings, someone who is inheriting, not someone who is democratically uh, getting elected as a king, but someone who is inheriting the kingship. So, and with the fortune card, what I'm seeing here is that you are inheriting lot of ancestral fortunes. You might have had a very troubled past till now. That is perfectly fine because you also inherited all the misfortunes from your ancestors. And what the karmic design was that first finish your karmic debt that you had because of your ancestors. After that, you enjoy the rest of your life. That was the design that you had, or the contract that you had with the universe. So you have finished your karmic debt that you had to go through because of your ancestral path or the lineage in which you were born. But now, because of that lineage, you are about to get into a phase where you would get a lot of fortune and a lot of resources coming in on your path. And in the heart of Cancer, where Sun is going, is also the Pushya Nakshatra. And now because I'm using these cards, and they just forced me to relate to one nakshatra, because that particular nakshatra in Leo is ruled by ancestors, and then you have passed over loved ones who are your ancestors. So I was like, why not also look into the main nakshatra, which is in the sign of Cancer, and that is the Pushya nakshatra, which is all about nourishment. And now, resourcefulness, you would try to make use of every resource possible in your environment to nourish yourself, which is fine. But sometimes, just to with an ambition of nourishing yourself, this blindness comes, and you overcome a certain moral principle of innocence and trust and honesty. That is the only warning that I'm seeing here, that there's nothing wrong in fulfilling your desires and nourishing yourself, but do it honestly within your moral compass, and there are angels who are going to support you and guide you in this process. So there's nothing much to worry, just a humble reminder from the universe that you might, because they can see the future, and they might see that you are a little weak on that side, because Cancer is also ruled by moon in, and if moon is quite weak on your birth chart, then this is a possibility that you might just focus on your resources way too much, which would compromise your morality and your honesty. And that's where you need to draw the line. But keeping these aside, because I have discussed this message in length now, I now want to focus on your mind. We have liberation. You are getting in your mind, you are getting freedom, liberation from a certain aspect of your life, which is, you have Saturn and Gemini concentration. Yeah. For the longest time, you spoke and nobody listened. You spoke the truth, but nobody cared. For the longest time, what happened was that uh, even if you spoke the loveliest thing, they misinterpreted and they labeled you with different things. And that actually uh, killed your creativity in your mind. And now you are a kind of person, maybe in last few years you have become this kind of a person who doesn't like to speak, who doesn't like to uh, speak his or her mind. Like, you don't like to speak your mind openly, freely, because you know that people are by default going to criticize you, but that is going to change. That's so in your mind, you will realize that you have suddenly found a certain kind of freedom which is supporting you, which is helping you. And then we have Dalion, and we also have autumn, abundance, preparation, and harvest. So something in autumn is going to change for you. And also, what I'm seeing here is that uh, you will feel very vitalized. And I don't know, last one more pile got this card, and I recommended them the same thing that I'm going to recommend you. Drink some kind of herbal tea, get some kind of herbs which are non toxic, which are not any kind of drugs, but they can help you to calm down. If you cannot think of anything, I can tell you one thing, that take 1 spoon of fennel seeds, take 1 spoon of cardamom powder or whole cardamom, and then I definitely said that this combination of four things in pile one, I think, uh, cardamom, fennel, and I don't remember now. Please watch that. I think it was again in the mines, so you'll find it quite early in pile one. You don't have to watch the whole video, but otherwise use any kind of herbal tea which you have been already using. Maybe you are not supposed to use other herbs, so just blend these two things: fennel seeds and cardamom in equal quantity, and boil it in water and drink that water. That will calm your mind. Actually, these two things are quite soothing. Maybe you don't require the other two things. That's why they're not allowing me to recollect my memory. So you just want these two things. Uh, that will help you to calm your mind and rejuvenate your mind to realize that you have all the freedom now and people would love to listen to you. Bad health, and then courtship and imprisonment. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that, and all the three cards are talking about the past. You possibly had very bad relationships in the past, which made you lock yourself in your own confined corner, that I don't want to interact with any people, I don't want to meet any people, I don't want to listen to any people, I don't even want to communicate with anyone. And you still are in that mental zone, and you need to come out of it, and you need to use these two herbs, cardamom and fennel seeds. Just boil them in water, drink it every night before going to bed, and you would feel quite better. And by uh, autumn, you would see that you are getting liberated from this uh, phase of your life where you felt very restricted. So next we have the sun. Yeah, by the summer, by April till August, you would uh, change everything in your life. You have the sun, then you have the four of pentacles, and then you have king of pentacles. Wow. You would in your mind start rejuvenating yourself by April to August, and suddenly you would uh, become an authority in your mind that yes, now I have everything and I can do everything. The sense of self confidence is going to come back, and you will enjoy that. So, in your mind, all that uh, sad phase. I'm so sorry to say that, and I feel for you. And I really, I'm sorry that you had to go through such a bad phase. But congratulations, you are coming out of it slowly and steadily, and try to do something. And you don't have to just drink that fennel and cardamom combination. If you already have something of your own which you might like to use, that go ahead with that. That the more personalized it is, the much better. But I just want you to be safe from all those toxic drugs and all those things, because you don't want to get into that zone just taking an excuse. If you don't have anything in your mind which is safe, then this is the best thing. In your body, what I'm seeing here is benediction with impulsiveness. Yeah, there's a set of warnings coming for you. And then gardening. Okay, they also give you the solution. See, in your physical body, there is a lot of pent up frustration, especially this Mars in Aries is like a lot of energy that you have not used, which wants to come out in some or other way. And this gardening card is giving a solution that use that energy in a constructive way where you are doing something useful, like gardening. You are planting a seed, you are maybe creating a garden, you are creating a bed of flowers, or you are planting some trees which is uh, helping the environment and taking care of that. You are releasing all that frustration and the energy which is just pented up inside you because of lack of movement in your, because the mind is frustrated and you are restricting yourself, so your physical body is not able to spend that energy that is supposed to be spent, and it's getting piled up inside you, and it is creating frustration. And what the cards are telling, that use this energy, go for long walks, go for hiking, go for if you have a forest near your place where you live, go for trekking, or go to a park and walk there till you are completely drenched with sweat, or do some kind of physical exercise. If you like going to gym is something that I don't prefer personally, but if you are a gym kind of person, go and pump it out, do something. But yeah, do something where you release all that energy that is physically getting trapped inside you, and it wants to get released. Then you have unexpected income, house, and mature woman. Wow. What I'm seeing here is that while you are going out to do some kind of constructive thing to release all that physical energy, you are also creating a space within your body to attract new positive energy, because that piled up energy is a toxic energy, and it has to be uh, vented out in a very creative way, because if you just hold it in, it might come out like an eruption of volcano. Like you might just erupt in front of someone and lose your mind and control, that you might feel guilty later. You don't want to get into that space, so you just want to uh, go out there and release that energy and create space for new positive energy, which is shown by this unexpected income. And the home being your body itself, the house being your body itself, will attract some mature feminine energy. And if you are a man and you are getting little anxiety about if what do you mean by attracting feminine, mature feminine energy, what I mean here is that a certain kind of wisdom that you might have seen with your mother, or some motherly figure who was quite wise. That is the kind of energy which is required to manage the mess that you are in, which a maturity, with lot of empathy, with lot of love, and with lot of affection. I'm not talking that you are suddenly going to transform as a feminine person. No, I'm not talking about that. You would get into that kind of maturity which would help you to empathize with your environment, and yet take care of yourself, your body, and you would move in that direction. And of course, you are a woman, you are not worried about becoming more feminine, and definitely you're not becoming any more feminine than you already are, but you are definitely uh, bringing that mature energy that maybe you would have observed in your mother or grandmother, or some kind of very senior woman who had a lot of empathy and had all the knowledge how to manage difficult situations. You are attracting all that knowledge within yourself when you release that frustrating energy which is stored inside your body. then yes, you are attracting a lot of knowledge. We have this high priestess here, which is tapping into unknown knowledge. And then we have Empress using that unknown knowledge in the most creative way, which will lead to something, which will lead to a better understanding of your current reality and why you are in this current situation and how you can deal with that. Wonderful, which reminds me of opening. You would open up yourself for with lot of resourcefulness and fortune. You just need to release that energy from your system, which is holding you behind. You have to do that very gracefully and in a very dignified way. Now let's move on to your soul. You have grace. Talking about dignity, you just got grace. Wow. Then you have seduction. Okay, one more, two more cards from here. Influence and caution. Because there is lack of space here, I don't know how to keep these set of cards. Yeah, I'll keep it like this. You have seduction, caution, Mercury in Virgo, and we again have Mercury in Libra, which is influence. Okay, going back to these cards here, which was a reminder about your innocence, trust, and honesty. The unicorn card, which was talking about that when you have all the fortune that you deserve, you need to be careful about who is trying to influence you. Who Somebody is going to give you little more than you deserve just to take a lot more back from you. Like maybe you are getting 100. I'm just giving you random numbers to give you an example. Suppose universe gave you $100,000 as your fortune, and then there's a random person who has eye on your fortune would come and give you another $10,000, that okay, maybe this is something that I should contribute and support you and help you, or be part of something with you, and they would contribute somewhere in your fortune. But their intention is that slowly and steadily take away at least 80 to $90,000 from you by just giving you $10,000. Stay away from those people. That's what this Mercury in Libra is telling, that be careful that while somebody giving you some kind of offer in the coming days, uh, your soul would be very quietly guiding you that this is too good to be true. Be careful, run away from this person, and your soul is going to guide you, and your emotions would be like, I don't feel emotionally comfortable in front of this person. This person may be giving me a very lucrative offer right now, which looks very lucrative. I'm not feeling comfortable. I'll stay away. That would your soul would tell you, and listen to your soul. That's what these cards are telling. Then we have message of concern again. Message from your soul about some kind of offer that is coming from somewhere which is not good. Official person and main male. Okay. Because this is a soul level reading, I definitely don't want to get into gender aspects, but the main male could be anyone who is a boss kind of figure in your life or someone who controls a lot of aspects in your life. Either it's a workplace boss or someone who has little more control over you in other aspects of your life. Maybe your parents, could be mother or father, could be your spouse, or maybe elder sibling, someone like that. Be careful if they're over friendly or trying to manipulate you to do something that you don't want to do. Be careful of such things right now. You know your boundaries, but also be careful of what others can do to you. So you also set their boundaries that beyond this limit, they are not welcome in your personal space, mind, body, soul, physical reality, whatever you it may be. You need to set those boundaries, otherwise, they'll break your heart. Three of Swords. Then three of water, three of cups. If you have created those boundaries, you are safe and you are celebrating your life because you have enough fortune coming from your ancestors. And then we have page of fire. You also have enough passion to take care of yourself and grow on your own. You you have enough creativity, you have enough resources to grow in your life. You don't want anyone else's support right now to grow. That's what your soul is telling. Your soul has all that you want, and just focus on your own self. You don't need anyone's help right now. That's what your soul is screaming very loudly. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope you found this reading useful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to have a personal reading with me, visit my website astralluck.com. The link is given below. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye and namaste.